Leo, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your reading from December 11th through the 20th. Thank you for tuning in, for sharing this time with me, and for all of your support. I hope you're all doing well. And thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Leo today. Let's see what's going on for you all the 2nd, 3rd of December. It's been fun doing these shorter readings. Hope you like them. I've got 2 decks here. It's a lot to shuffle, but they're frequencies, and I want to see the strongest incoming frequencies for you. What's being activated at this time? All right, Leo. Belief, okay. So your beliefs are really going to be highlighted. Ooh, and your authenticity. Okay. I'm seeing a softening, a very strong softening. Ooh, those want to come out. Romantic. Well, I'll tell you what, this is a theme. I don't know what it is about the holidays, but it's making everybody nostalgic, and this dreamy energy around romantic love for all the fire signs, and following your intuition, being honest with yourself and reflective at this time around love in general, what you want to be feeling with others. We have number 11, belief. The frequency of belief supports our sense of self-worth based on our gifts and talents and a strong connection to source. Yeah. Leo, I think that you have been working on this all year long, and you have a greater capacity to believe in yourself now than you did at this time in 2023. So I think you're acting on your gifts and talents, and it's deepened your connection to source this past year. We have authenticity. The energy of authenticity supports our choices. Our choice to be genuine and truthful in all aspects of our lives with others as well as with ourselves. I love that. I'm telling you, you're changing your beliefs around what's possible for you when you actually step into your talents and abilities. And you also are making this choice to be authentic in the way you deal with other people. A lot of self-worth activation here. Genuineness, truthfulness. We have 11 and then we have 10. So you have a new beginning and a higher frequency of operating with yourself and with others. Now we have the card of romantic love. We have a lot of love coming up at this time for the collective. Romance seems to be in the air for the fire signs, every single one of you. The frequency of romantic love supports our journey to feel whole and complete through the experience with and reflection of a conscious lover. Some of you, maybe I'm hearing a lot of you coming into this reading, have an important partnership on your mind, and it's affecting what you believe is possible. I think that you've been gaining more courage and independence in this connection as of late, and you have a lot that is spiking at this time around your 6th chakra, around your intuition. The energy of the 3rd eye chakra supports our inner sight and intuitive abilities. I'm seeing that you have a very strong spiritual core here that is being highlighted, and there's some sort of like consciousness you want to bring to love, and a spiritual core that you want to bring to love. So you could feel like you're cultivating a more of a spiritual bond, a spiritual type of love with someone, or that's what you're calling in. All right, Leo, let's leave that there so you have that on hand. And now let's get into the tarot. I love that. That's a great frequency. It feels very solid, very hopeful, very aligned. You seem like you're in a very empowered place at this time. All right, let's see. Ooh, Ace of Wands, 4 cups, yeah. I think you're trying to relight a spark of inspiration. You could feel like you've had a lot weighing down on you emotionally, 4 of cups. But you're still staying hopeful and positive. All right, what you don't see coming, Leo. Let's see. We have Page of Wands. Nice. Okay. That's the card of inspiration, taking our inspired energy and actually being motivated to move forward, not just idling. You could be putting a lot of energy into your passions at this time. Ooh, what is this? This is... Ooh, 4 of Pentacles, though. There's definitely this a little bit of a retreat from wanting to expand and express yourself in the ways that will make you feel strong. Yeah, there's that Ace of Wands. Okay. Some of you might have someone around you that's hesitant to move forward with you and co-create with you, whatever capacity that is. You're holding back from something. You or someone else, there's something around either holding on to this energy of I'm like in the flow, man. Or it's the opposite. You know, Four of Pentacles can be clinging to something out of fear and worry, which I'm not really getting that, because you're in this beautiful place of expansion and openness in your frequency and really tapped in. Very strong spiritual tapping in here. So when we get to that place, we co-create with the divine. So this is our creative genius. You could be creating something quite powerful at this time out in the world. But there's this either wanting to be careful with over investing in it or holding on to it out of fear of losing it, whatever this is. This is curious to me because it's not a major energy. We're not getting any major arcana here. So this could be a time period where you're putting energy into what you're trying to co-create and you're holding on to hope here. That's what it feels like, holding on to hope. Keeping the faith. Why is the Four of Pentacles here? This energy's feeling a bit off to me. Why is the Four of Pentacles here, Spirit, for Leo, for this time period? You're going inward. There's something that you're being asked to contemplate, to reflect on, you're doing some inner soul searching. Why are you soul searching during this time, Leo? Gosh, you are really soul searching. This is powerful spiritual truth coming forward. Some of you are getting, when you go through like shamanic rites of passage, whether you have an indigenous worldview or not, we do go through these rites of passage. You could be going through some sort of rite of passage at this time in your consciousness. These are both very high frequency cards of higher consciousness. Some of you are activating gifts in your sixth sense. You could be opening up your heart chakra, feeling more of the Kundalini fire rising with the Ace of Wands. You could be going through a Kundalini activation for some of you. It's powerful. It's happened to me twice in my life, and it's like waking up and you have a dragon inside of your spine, and it's very hard to explain. Some of you are being called to go within, to go into deep. I'm getting a very strong currency for the entire collective at this time to center and ground, and to revisit or recommit to our spiritual practices more now than ever before, holding a higher frequency. You have the Hanging Man and the Hermit together here, clarifying the Four of Pentacles. So this is a powerful, it's almost like if you're reaching this beautiful higher frequency where you feel almost drunk with source energy, you're like, when we reach, this is like a peak experience some of you are having at this time. And you're like, I want it to like, can it be sustained? Jim Carrey was like, he had this like powerful peak experience and he's been chasing it ever since. So if you've been gifted with a recent peak experience, or you have a peak experience coming in that you haven't had yet, just know that it's a powerful gift and that it cannot be sustained forever. I mean, you can graduate to a new level of operating, right, in your elevation of consciousness, but we can't stay in a peak experience. That's what makes it a peak experience. So I do see that you're deeply contemplative and reflective at this time, and you're trying to look at something from a different perspective. And it's requiring you to be honest with yourself. It may be you have neglected certain parts of yourself, and you are now being inspired to really focus on you. That's what I'm getting. Focus on you, Leo, more than you have been, because your spirit self will really like, whew. Let's get some clarity on this Ace of Wands. What's the spark of creativity? This is the spark of inspiration. This is sparks. Major Arcana over the Four of Pentacles. Don't hold back from spending time alone, going within. Two want to come out. Yeah, we have the Nine of Wands sideways. Yeah, you're deeply reflective around healing certain wounds. Okay. Nine of Wands is when we get a little worn out, worried, maybe from over worry that slipped out. You could feel like you want a reboot or a do-over. You could feel physically tired. Whenever I get the Page of Cups here, we have 2 pages. So there's this underpinning of youthful energy here that'll help you. But you've got to take a step back and listen to spirit right now. You could be so inspired and so in this peak energy that you're not really taking your foot off the gas. So when people get to this state, it's a beautiful experience, but you can risk burnout. This is the card of burnout. And Spirit is saying, make sure you have enough self-awareness and self-love. This is card of self-love, the Page of Cups, to ride it out, right? But pause when needed. This is that creative genius. I got to stay up all night. I'm creating. You know, I can't stop. So just make sure that you're taking care of your body and your mind and your spirit at this time. Some of you are going deep into like this cave of creation here. It's beautiful. It's almost like, you know, you could be downloading, you could be channeling information. But at the heart of this is you needing to rest. Some of you are taking a look at the interplay of your wounding in a romantic love situation and what kind of innocent energy needs to return to the connection to bring a spark back. You could feel like almost like you're so strong in your sense of self, in your own spiritual work, but you're not being met with that in your partnership, or you're not being met with that in the people you're dating. And you really want that spirit. I'm telling you, all fire signs are like, I want the spiritual love, right? 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, a lot of 4s. It's definitely hitting, your foundational energy. 4 is our stability, the structure that we built around us. And I see that you've built a very solid inner core. But I feel like there's just this little bit of unevenness. I'm getting 1 over the Page of Wands. Yeah, we have Justice. There's something that, you just want more balance and fairness. What's at the bottom? Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is about our attachments and about maybe coming out of a period where, like I said, you could be getting burnt out, pushing yourself too much. I'm getting fight or flight energy here and the instability that causes inside. So make sure that you work on putting your energy. This is daily energy, right? We only have so much in our bodies. I was listening to Dolores Cannon last night, and it was really, really beautiful because she's like, why do we go to sleep at night? Well, our bodies need rest, but our spirits don't. So you could be traveling at night and having these powerful experiences, and your body needs that rest and recuperation and rejuvenation. There's something about I can't help but think that you're wrestling with something that's unfair. You're still putting energy into this, but you're realizing what needs to shift. There's a lot of fear around things being reciprocated and equal. And there's been a fair bit of wounding here. And you're learning a lot about the spiritual lessons in it all. There's definitely some upheaval during this time period around a situation that needs to have more balance and more fairness. And I'm telling you, listen, we're going to go through these spells, I call them, right? Where if you're in a partnership, it's not always going to feel like you're truly like aligned. You have this beautiful peak experience that you're going through within yourself. If you've got somebody around you who doesn't get it or isn't understanding of that, that's okay. You can't force people to change or to elevate or grow. But at the same time, like, be careful with trying to make someone be something they're not. That might be running into why the situation feels like there's this contrast between you and someone, because the gap between your energetic frequencies has been growing bigger. And there's this fear that you might even be holding yourself back because the more you grow, you're worried you're going to be outpacing somebody in your life. And it's bringing up fear. I'm going to get some advice. Let's get some advice. But you are being asked to go deep within. The answers lie within. They always do. Let's get some advice, Spirit. Let's get some advice for Leos. I'm going to be doing your annual readings. We've got mid-monthly coming up. There's the devil again. Whew. Whew. This could be have to do with attachment and feeling like you want more independence. It could be, it doesn't have to be a partner. It could be a family member, somebody that you feel like you're responsible for. And it's something that you're learning. You're learning a lot about independence. Yeah, and there's the Seven of Wands and the Strength. Yeah, this is about your own freedom, your own independence in your connections so that you can actually feel inspired and alive. It almost feels like be careful with people taking too much of your energy from you. If they can't be their own battery supply, we can only hold space and give enough of our energy for so long before it becomes a drain. There's something that's kind of draining your life force here that you're recognizing. We have double devil here, Leo. All right. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. There's something that you are attached to that is causing upheaval in your life. Fight or flight energy that needs to come into balance, that you keep giving energy to. You desperately are holding on to a new beginning here, of wanting a new beginning. And what this requires of you is to be strong enough to stand in your own energy. Don't neglect the parts of yourself that really want you to focus on you, to heal the parts of you that make you actually overgive. Okay? You have an opportunity to protect your energy at this time and be in your own beautiful bubble. Be careful overgiving. I'm getting that strongly here for some of you. All right? And be careful with attachment. Our attachments can lead us down really difficult energetic roads. Because when you get deeply attached to someone, that's not necessarily love. It's the attachment that that person's going to give us what we want. And when they can't, or they're incapable, or they're in unhealthy energy, you both are mirroring each other. We have double devil. And this was in the uncertainty of it all and a need for things to be more balanced in the way the energy is exchanged here. So I think you're aware of it. You're just not sure how to overcome it. And Spirit is saying, all you got to do, you need to see things from a different perspective, Leo. And you need to go within and spend some time on your own and at least take a break from this so you can get right with yourself. Once you get in your own energy frequency, it's so much easier to make decisions. If you're too close to what is taking your energy, you're not a sovereign being. You have no sense of agency. You're too intertwined with another person. So I am getting this strong encouragement for you to take some space at this time so you can assess and evaluate what needs to shift in a dynamic, right? And for those of you who it has nothing to do with the partnership, you have a new beginning. And I think you're coming out of a period where you have had to contend with a lot of energies that taught you a great deal about insecure attachment. And you've done a lot of spiritual development, a lot of growth, and you're in this peak experience and understanding of yourself and what needs to shift so you don't perpetuate these cycles. And you step out of this wheel. And you make these profound changes and putting yourself first, and you graduate from this. That's what I see for a lot of you. For those of you who are trying to overcome insecure attachment from people that refuse to grow, people that will continue to take, people that don't have your best interests in mind. We have, always in tarot, we have the severe end of it and we have the lighter end of it. You know where you fall on it. This is about listening to your intuition when it comes to your attachments and romantic love. So you can actually change your belief system and show up truly as you are. Whoa! Oh my God, that was a mic drop. All right. Wow, that's never happened before. That was literally a mic drop. I think I need to tighten the nut. Yeah, maybe you need to tighten up your boundaries here. That was so funny. We got a mic drop, y'all. You may be mic dropping on somebody and telling them some truths that you've been holding back from speaking about and letting the dust settle. But speak from love. Speak from your heart. You can't go wrong when you do that. All right. We have the Seven of Earth and the Queen of Earth. So we have a lot of grounding energy here coming in. You want stability. I feel like whatever you've been dealing with, it's been a lot of ups and downs, a lot of highs and lows. And you want to live a very grounded, centered way of life. And you're going to have to start getting honest with this person or this situation. Seven of Earth. Let's see what this one has to say. I like this. This is a powerful archetype to help you move forward during this time period. I thought these were interesting. It's called the Good Tarot, if I can get to the Earth. All right, now we're going to go to 7 first. That one came out first. Why am I having a hard time? You may be having a hard time. And this is also the 7 of Pentacles. So you are definitely reassessing and reevaluating. I like this, though. This booklet's helpful because this is what you need to actually be considering. This is an affirmation. 7 of Earth. Opening to a new strategy, being at a crossroads, a decision to be made. As I reflect on my progress to date and see where I stand, I contemplate whether I want to continue singing the same song or change my tune. I'm always free to go back to and reimagine what I might co-create. If what I manifested does not serve me as I thought it might, I don't have to be afraid to admit it. It is no longer for me. Whatever I choose to do, I am not afraid to start over, for I feel assured that Spirit will always support my highest good. And then we have, coupled with that, the Queen of Earth. Practical and grounded. Trustworthy, earthy, resourceful, a gardener who tends to what has been planted. I am committed, down to earth, and clear about my goals. I am honest as I work with others to keep it real and be true to what we are doing and the challenges before us. I use all of my resources wisely, whether they are finances, opportunities, or people willing to help me in my endeavors. All right. So I hope this reading helped. Sending love.